I noticed you have braces. I have braces too.
Dude, that's pretty awesome.
キャベツ、キャベツ、レタス、レタス、レタス
Does this look inanimate to you, punk? What happened? I got angel dust, coke, THC crystal, animal tranquilizers, asshole dust.
Roughly how long from doing this pollination to seed set?
Hell, I am Mother Nature.
I need to marry a Jackie, not a Marilyn.
So you're breaking up with me because I'm too blonde?
What's up, dirty plant hoes and all you dirty plant enthusiasts out there? It is I, Rachel, your plant madam, and today we are taking a look inside my spider farmer tent that has not been visited for quite some time because today's video is sponsored by Spider Farmer. Thank you so much to Spider Farmer for sponsoring today's video. So I haven't been in here in a while. You guys know that I've been on a health journey, a weight loss journey, an autoimmune disease, a healing type of journey. So I haven't been taking care of my plants the same. It's just not been the same. I've been called out for it in the comment section a couple of times. Someone actually said that they said my plant collection looked like an ASPCA commercial with Sarah McLachlan music playing in the background now versus what they used to look like. And I got really butthurt when someone made that comment. But the reality of the situation is that for the past 8 months or so, every time that there's a list of priorities in the day that I need to get done, right? Like number one will be, and this is not in order of importance, right? But like watering plants, repotting a couple of plants. But then there's also, I need to do like my toenails that day. I need to take a shower and shave my legs because I haven't done it in 2 days. And there's a lot of housework stuff on there also, like doing the laundry and folding the laundry and stuff like that. There's always like a list of shit to be done in the day, and it changes every day depending on whether or not I have work to do or editing to do and things like that. I go straight to the top. So if my legs need to be shaved, if I need to shower, if I need to put my makeup on for that day, I'm going to do all of that stuff first. And it may sound selfish and it may sound, stupid, but that's just the way it is. And I have been feeling so much better for it. Just the self-care aspect of taking better care of myself. And I think in the meantime, I think my plants have suffered for it. But if you look back, it used to be my plants looked amazing and I was suffering. You know what I'm saying? So I don't always want my plants to not look their best, right? But during this transitionary period, I don't know. I'd rather be the one looking good, looking the best, you know what I mean? Rather than the things that I'm taking care of, like my plants looking good and me being 50 pounds overweight and my skin looking like shit. You know what I mean? So there's a difference. There's levels to this shit, and I'm on a different level now, and my plants may look worse off for it. But you ain't gotta be rude in the comment section and shit and saying shit. You know what I mean? I know what my fucking plants look like, all right? We know, okay? I'm working on it. I have a lot of plans for the future. This little small tent, I want to do like some veggies in here. I've mentioned that a lot in the past and never wanted to do it because I didn't want to introduce pests into my plant collection, but I think we are way beyond that concept. What are you eating? What are you eating? I'm PMSing this week too, so I'm on a real rager. A real rager. Not with anybody else, just with myself and all that. Anyways, and the kids are out of school, but that's not, since they've been teenagers, now they're just mostly sleeping in now, so it's not been that big of a deal. Damn. Anyway, so I just wanted to address that right off the bat. I know my plants haven't been looking the best. Yes, I'm aware. I'm looking better. I'm also aware of that, so moving on. All those girls that are so upset with when my plant collection doesn't look the best. It's like, girl, get a life. Get alive and leave me alone. I gotta get this out of my way or it's gonna drive me insane. Winston, you're being a good boy, staying right underneath my feet and getting in my way. Beep, beep. There we go. Okay, keep in mind all that shit I just said whilst we look in some of these totes, because I have not been looking in here, okay? I probably haven't been in here in these seedling totes since I sold some seedlings to the Dirty Plant Hoes in my Dirty Plant Hoe group, and then I just lidded everything back up and stuck it back in here. I've got tons of plants. I got lots of shit going on. Let me go get some measuring tape real quick. Let me tell you how, first of all, I cannot talk today and it is irritating me to no end. Okay, let me tell you how big this tent is. It is about 27 inches deep, about 55 inches wide. So this is the size of the tent. And it's also, I'm 5 foot. This is a 6 foot tall ordeal. Way back in the day when Spider Farmer was first starting to work with me, I told them they had some shorter tents. I actually have a shorter tent right here. They were going to send me one of those, and I said, hey man, I actually have really bad back problems because of my autoimmune stuff, and I can't bend over and be working in one of those. I said, so if you have a tall one, that would be awesome. And they didn't even like bat an eye. They were like, absolutely. So that's why it's the extra tall model. If you've never had a grow tent before, all of the grow tents come with like this reflective type of surface. It just really helps to amplify whatever type of lighting that you're using. This lighting that I'm using in here is actually one of the more affordable versions of a Spider Farmer light, and it has been just fine for these seedlings the entire time that I've had these seedlings in here. So all of them come with this reflective surface, and they also come with the vent holes. You're gonna have ventilation holes. It's my girl. You got one right here, one right here, one right here, one right here, one right here. And that's for like airflow and ventilation, like especially if you were growing things that maybe have like a strong odor, then you can have an actual filter hooked up in here also. I don't typically use the filter for my houseplants, but I think I'm actually going to have Casey go ahead and hook up the filter. I just think it's a good idea to be like filtering some of the stuff through a carbon filter. It just seems like maybe it would help. I don't know. But yeah, so typically I keep all of these like for when I'm just using it for light and it's reflective light type of value, I tie all these off. They've got little drawstrings and little plastic pieces, like right here, like a drawstring pair of pants. Shrink up the drawstring and then you can take it and like poke it in to where it's not, you know, obtrusive or whatever. I kind of do that. This one's up against the wall. But anyways, you don't have to use the air holes. You can plug them up and make them airtight and light tight if that's what you're looking for. There's also some ventilation down here on the bottom where you can actually remove the panels. I'm actually going to be installing this Spider Farmer SF2000 on the bottom shelf here, and I'm going to be putting my some of my variegated plants that are just too big and awkward to be in totes, like they're in big giant pots and stuff. And the reason why I'm going to be using the SF2000, see like the dimmable feature here, because I don't want to totally full blast these plants, but I do want them to get like really good lighting because they are like variegated aureas and stuff like that, and I want to keep the light saturation pretty good but not super duper duper intense. And here is like a panel that goes over, there's actually a window here to look inside, and then if you want it to be light tight, you put this little panel over it right here. So it's important for things to be light tight. If you're running your lights in the evening to keep the temperature down inside your tent, you don't want the light to keep up kids, partners, neighbors, anything like that. And also, you know, You just don't want a lot of your light that you're paying for. You're getting these great Spider Farmer lights, and you don't want that light leaking out everywhere. So it's good to stop up all your holes and things like that. I typically have a fan running in here, but it actually just quit a couple of, I was going to say a couple of weeks ago, but it was actually whenever I checked this tent last time. I don't know how long ago that was. This is the kind of fan that I typically use, but they kind of like, they just stop working altogether. Like, it seems like quickly. So I don't think I'm going to be buying these anymore. I'm going to try out like a different plastic fan or something like that. So this one's dead, but I do typically use a fan just to keep air moving and everything moving in here, you know. So get a little bit closer. So this, you can see, is my top shelf of goodies. I've got a top shelf, and then if you look a little bit further down, this is my bottom shelf down here. This is my main aurea stump right here. This is like the big awkward thing that I need the SF light for. I'm gonna try to hang it, but if I can't get it, then I'll just have Casey help me with it later. It is a powerful light, so it's substantial to hold and try to install like on your own, but we'll give it a go. So, okay, so this one's like almost empty. Here is some of the little cuties. These are my Magnificum crossed with Warrock, or potentially just Magnificum crossed with Magnificum, self-pollinated. Some of them look a little long, but who can really tell, you know? They do look pretty good though. You can tell there's a lot of algae growth in there, which is crazy because the lid is opaque. So you wouldn't think a lot of that would happen, but apparently it is. And this was on the bottom, and this one looks a little scary. We've got some, is that mold? Maybe mold, I'm not quite sure. A bit of a white substance there, but it looks like for the most part they have survived my neglect quite well, I would say. Really pretty, actually. It's so much better when you grow things in totes, I'm telling you. Just even with like the little bit of mold or whatever, it's a way better ordeal. Okay, I haven't opened these little seed experiments in a long time, so these may look like really bad. Okay, not so bad, but definitely you can tell that the growth is stunted because they're in this moss and they were lidded up. I mean, they've been in this exact state for I don't even know how long, like a pretty dang long time. You guys see it? Is it focusing? That one's pretty cool. Not as bad as I'm expecting. You guys, I was really, that's why I was like reading the riot act to everybody when I first started, because I was like, I don't know what it's going to look like in here, okay? I really don't. I'm just a girl that's like doing her best. This one looks pretty cute too. These are all just really stunted. Like they've been in the same, they were this tall, yeah, obviously. They were this tall last time. What are they going to do, grow outside the lid? Lots of grass. Grasses growing from the moss in there. I really need to de-lid, fertilize this moss and get everything going. I think that's going to be my next video, is moving a lot of these babies over into their own big container like this, but I'm going to use a clear lid for it, and I'm also going to move all these things that are self-contained, I think, out of here. I don't think, since they're self-contained, they so much need it. You know what I mean, Buren? They can probably be on a shelf with a traditional situation going on, and this probably needs to be more for veggies, big stumpy propagations that don't fit in Tupperware, because I'm telling you, Tupperware is the way to go. I've seen Harley, like Harley's little sunroom or whatever, and she's got like tote on top of tote on top of tote. I get it. I totally get it. These look really good. Well, I'm just shocked and chagrined, you guys, that they have survived my neglect like that. What a bunch of troopers. Okay, here's something that doesn't look so hot. We can all celebrate in my failure here. This paper towel is dry. Dry as hell. Okay, these look like shit. This paper towel definitely got too dry. Don't worry, the seedlings have been watered. Okay, and this one I think I did just like settle down over there. I did this one just like with dirt. Dirty. Yeah, just like, I cannot believe these things are alive. This is so crazy. This one's just like dry ass mix. Yeah, and Leica balls. These are little troopers, you guys. I think I'm going to list some of these babies on my Instagram very soon, and these are hardy. These are hardy little seedlings, okay? They can take a licking and keep on ticking. These look good too. I have no complaints. I mean, you can see a couple of leaves have like, why is this thing not wanting to focus? There we go. Is that too much light? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a videographer, okay? So only a couple of discoloration on just a couple of these. Not bad at all. I think it's actually looking good so far. All right, so that's technically all the seedlings that I showed you, and I put the little baby seeds over there. This is I tried to sell this one. I don't know. I tried to sell this on the Dirty Plant Hoe group, but nobody took me up on it. So I think I'm going to list it on my Instagram. It's a highly sectoral Monstera aurea cutting. You can see all of the roots and everything popping out, and then you can see there is a little growth bud right there. You probably can't hardly see it. It probably looks like a little, like a whitehead or something like that, but that is the growth bud on that. Looking pretty good. I think I'm going to wait until this one actually has some new growth on it. I think that's why maybe everybody was a little apprehensive with that one. Tote's understandable. And this one looks really shitty. As soon as I cut it, it just wasn't, it did not enjoy it at all. And the new leaf coming in should be coming in from the shaft right here. And there are the new roots. Everything looking very good. And I just love the variegation on this Monstera aurea that I had. I cut it into like several different pieces, and for some reason this one piece has just really been putting out some really nice leaves. You can't tell it with the browning and everything, but it looks really good. So here is this update on this tote, and I think this just goes to show you, like, guys, I haven't taken care of these totes in, I don't even know, time, space, mystery, dude, but look, these little seedlings are doing just fine. Obviously, they're not reaching their full potential, but I cannot believe that they're just keeping on trucking. And look at this beautiful begonia. Gorge. Let me show you. Can I show you the Darth Vaderiana without ruining my whole life here? Ugh. Peekaboo. There he is. That's crazy. Okay, I'm putting it back down. So I've accidentally yammered on a little bit too long about my seedlings. So next video, we will install the SF2000 light down here on the bottom. We'll get Casey's help, maybe, cross your fingers. But anyways, thank you so much to Spider Farmer for sponsoring today's video. We love your products, we love your lights. Check out the description down below if you want their links to their US products, EU products, UK products, Australian. They got products all over the globe, so definitely hit them up, check them out. If you are looking for a indoor grow tent situation, they have tents by themselves, and they also have kits that come with the ventilation systems and things like that if you are looking for like a carbon filter type situation. So anyways, I am planning on getting some vegetables to go in here. I'm planning on moving these seedlings out. I have lots of different plans. I don't know which one exactly we're going to carry out or which one we're going to do, but stay tuned. I love you guys so much. Peace out. Later, taters. Bye.
What I've learned from watching this is jack.
What you say?
I said, whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe.
And now I would like to give a big, dirty, nasty shout out to all my Dirty Plant Enthusiast members: Abby Gilbert, Ace Cadet, Alexandra Chilton, Alina Cameron, Always Propagating, Amanda Davila, Amy Adwan, Ann Collins, Ashley Caraveo, Ashley Sexton, Audrey Vencheri, Bethany Estes, Bobo's Mom 32able, Bougie Panda, Bren, Carly Grinnell, Colleen Hatton, Crazy Plant Lady, Cuties with Cardi, Darren Heppel, David Sawyer, Emily Kingsley, Finner Lamb, Fredo79, Goncalo Martins, Gretchen Ward, Harper and the Sunshine Gang, Hazel Foreman, Heather Summers, Hells Bells, Houseplanty Goodness, Hunter Jolly, Isabel Woodruff, Jay Lee, Jamie Ellis, Jake Rowe, Jamie Young, J.S., Jenna Maria, Jennifer Rouse, Jessica Viola, Jody Smith, Cassandra Hines, Pat Foliage, Kim Toby, Kimberly Mossman, Kimmy Martin, Not Dude, Christy Bim, Kaya Hauser, Kylan Cooper, Lauren Loves Leaves, Lilac Moore, Lillian Morin, Lola Isabel, Louise H, Lulu's Leaves, Mrs. McGrath, Mackenzie Hogarth, Mara Baker, Michelle A, Michelle Reed, Michelle Watts, Monica Humphreys, Nikki Smoda, Ordinary Plant Girl, Perry Hope, Denver Home Girl, Plants Every Inch, 902, Pups and Plants, Rachel Sharp, Rhea Shields, Ricky Molbeck, Safia Bahadir, Soholio, Sarah Santos, Sarah Parrish, Seth Miller, Shine 521, Showers ASMR, Sophie Botting, Steph Miller, Stephanie Bazella, Stephanie Menzies, Tanya Hautsager, Tiffany Wright, Trent Grolmus, Venus J, Vertigree Dreams, Vernie Zoo, Victoria Fonseca, and Wesley Lemontino. And now for an even naughtier and dirtier shout out to all of my Dirty Plant Hoe members of my channel: Danny Ryan, Alexandra Kennedy, Allie Pierpoint, Allison Havens, Amy Baxter, Amy Billup, Andrew Wolf, Anna D, April Showers, Buy Me Flowers, Ari Stardust, Aubrey Puff, Bailey Branham, Botanicaz LLC, Brianna Boswell, Carly Poulin, Kate Christie, Chelsea Clifton, Chrissy Spencer, Crystal O, Danny Sprague, Deanne U. Santos, Denise Tomer, Diana Warner, Ellen Hoover, Emily Cephalou, Emma LaCroix, Florence Ramirez, Gabby Barnaby, Heather Lamb, Heather Worrell, Hollis Good, Jasmine Renee, Jedi KCC, Jennifer Lee Johnson, Jess Marvel, Jessica Brimley, Jessica M, Jill Cunningham, Karen Brackville, Chris, Kayla Taylor, Kelly Costello, Kelsey Cowan, Christy Williams, Christy D, Kyoshi PMG, Mark Straw, Megan Gowdy, Melissa Hartog, Miss Lissa, Nicholas Caruso, Nikki Grilly, Odd Avocado Tree, Peyton Gold, Pinky from Hot Farms, Plant Friend Down the Street, Rebecca Lowry, Sarah Shorts, Shannon Mattingly, Spotted Oreo 10, Stacy Anderson, Sue, Tammy Carroll, Tara Peterson, Terrace Plants, Tropics in the Midwest, The Hatter's Madness, The Plants Channel, The Plants Meow, Thick Ginger, Tim Burton, Tracy Buzzle, Valerie Nichols, Victoria Olson, Virginia Grace, Wendy Hartman, Wicked Witch Roxy, Will H, and Yvonne Smith. Thank you so much to all my official Dirty Plant Hoes. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.